Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Weekly Reads, where I talk about the books that I read in the past week and the ones that I'm reading currently. So in the past week, your homegirl finally finished Bring Up the Bodies by Hilary Mantel, which is an amazing sequel to Wolf Hall. I mean, if you love historical fiction and if you've not read the Wolf Hall trilogy yet, then you have to read the first two books because they are like amazing. Now, I have not read the third book yet, so I cannot talk much about it, and I'm not going to read the third book this year anyway. I'm going to move it to like next year, second half for sure. But my point being, this whole trilogy captures Thomas Cromwell's life very well. So, as Hilary Mantel says in her author's note at the end of Bring Up the Bodies, that this whole book is not made in order to document Henry VIII's life or the life of Anne Boleyn and all the adjoining characters or the historical figures, but this is to actually capture Thomas Cromwell's life. And in this book, Thomas Cromwell is at the peak of his career, and it's just amazing. It's a delight, it's a treat, and I highly recommend reading Wolf Hall no matter what. Now, moving on to the books that I'm reading currently. The first book that I'm kind of like racing through is an audiobook which is called Reluctant Hero by Michael Benfante. And I'm listening to this book being narrated by David Hollander, and this particular book is about Michael Benfante's you know heroic act during 9/11 when he actually carried a disabled woman or a differently abled woman 68 floors along with his colleague John. So it's actually a memoir, 9/11 memoir. If you remember last week as well, I was reading a 9/11 memoir called Sway, and this got me into a rabbit hole because I wanted to check out more books regarding 9/11, because when 9/11 happened, I was just like maybe in I was like very small, okay, so I don't have much memory of the incident. But then now that I'm older, I do understand such situations and such tragedies and such attacks. So that's why I decided that I have to learn more about 9/11. Although I've watched a lot of documentaries, I've not read many books, and here I am reading the book. So it's a nice memoir. It talks about I would say it also talks about what 9/11 did to Michael Benfante, and it also talks about all the negative things that came after that, along with the positive ones, like not only his mental health, but the scrutiny, or I would say the reaction of the media to that particular heroic act as well changed over time. So it talks about a lot of aspects that as a society we need to learn, and also it talks about it talks about like a broader perspective with respect to 9/11 and a broader perspective with respect to heroic acts in general. So it's an interesting read. I like it so far, and I think it'll be like a 4 or 5 stars for sure. I'm gonna give it 5 stars because it's actually like a very very commendable act that has that the author has done. So yeah, that's that. The next book that I'm reading currently is right here, and that is Homegoing by Ya Jassi. I finally made progress with this, and I read like 20 to 30 more pages. And for now, this book is kind of like okayish for me because it talks about Gifty, I don't know how to pronounce her name, and her life in the United States when they moved from Ghana to the United States. And it talks about like faith in God. It talks about a lot of like aspects that are very much associated with American culture and how right now. So basically, the book starts with her being at Stanford and how she's a neuroscientist doing her PhD in neuroscience, to be exact. So it's a very interesting novel, and also it seems like there are themes of addiction as well in here. So I like it. It's okay so far, but I don't have like I don't I it's too early for me to have like thoughts about it. So yeah, that's that. And the next book that I'm reading currently is actually a review copy that I was sent, and it's Glory, Rosalind and the Universe. This is actually a middle grade book, and the author sent it to me for a review. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm not going to talk much about it because it's a review copy. So yeah. And the last book that I'm reading, and I started like recently after finishing Bring Up the Bodies, is this one. Finally, I started with The Lost Homestead by Marina Wheeler. And let me just tell you that initial thoughts, I think this book is going to be a bit self-centered because it just talks about this family that you see on this thing. So it's just like one perspective on the partition, right? And that's what I understand so far, because this is Marina Wheeler's grandfather, or Nana, and I think this is Charles. That's what I think so, because this is her father, and she has an Indian mother. So I don't know which of these is Deep, who is her mother. But anyway, the point is, it's a very narrowed perspective, one family's perspective on the partition and how they had to like leave their home twice and stuff like that. So I would say nice book, okay book so far, but it's too early to say for this one as well because I'm just like 22 pages down. So yeah, that's that. So yes, that's it. So mainly I want to finish all the books that I'm reading currently, and I have like one more book. So if you've seen my end of the year tag, you know I have one more book in my queue that I need to pick up later on. But I don't know if I would do that. And also like with end of the year coming up, stuff like that, there's a lot of things that are happening, and it's cool, life is nice, and I cannot wait for 2021 honestly. Okay, cool. So I'll see you on our last weekly reads of 2020 next week. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you in my next video because there are some things coming up on this channel. Bye.